I'm Superantonio. And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Saturday. How are you? Got to see a little preview of me and Sadie as we were fooling around trying to get this mic position correctly. What's that about? A little peek behind the curtain, I guess. Before we begin, I want to thank Scarlet Apostate for her super chat last night. Thank you so much, friend. I really appreciate it. That was very kind and generous of you. I don't know how I feel about super chats personally. I mean, obviously, you know, I love money. I love getting them. It is, you know, Anthony Cumia called it digital panhandling, and I can see his point. There's a lot of just podcasters and YouTubers, live streamers who just read supers, and that's how you communicate with them is by giving them money, and then they'll read your comment and react to you. And I mean, I guess you know, if people are willing to pay for it, then okay.
What happened?
I guess.
Fireflies.
I mean, but I don't know.
Same thing's gonna happen to us
like,
if we don't get off the street.
You're the pro.
I don't know what I would do in that situation. It would solve a lot of problems. Joel's looking for supplies. Don't worry about Joel right now. And you know, it's like you have to offer something of value in order to ask for money or to get money. And if you know, if someone sends me a super chat, obviously they value the content, they value the interaction, but you know, I value this live stream and this chat and this time. You know, I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy sharing my life and you know, and sharing the dog and talking about the game and you know, and whatever's going on. Like I cut my finger, super annoying. You know, I just talking about my day. I enjoy that. Talking about your day.
We'll keep up.
That has value to me.
Attention.
So what I'm trying to say is thank you. Very generous. But super chats are not necessary. A like and a subscribe would help. More subs would help. But you know, just the fact that you're here and hanging out with me and Sadie and enjoying the stream or watching it on a replay, that's enough. And thank you, friend. I really appreciate it. Got the green tea tonight. J-Lash with the thumbs ups. Thank you, J-Lash. Appreciate you, friend.
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the
I
north
really
tunnel.
like this outfit.
How are we
I
supposed
really
to
like
reach that?
this is my new favorite
give me that.
jacket. It's dark gray. I want a lighter gray jacket, you know, like the Tom Ford, James Bond, Daniel Craig jacket suit from was it Casino Royale or was it the one after that? I don't know. Anyways, so we got the dark gray suit, Hugo Boss. slim fit, pink shirt, silver tie, and a red pocket square. The red pocket square pops. I do have a pink pocket square I could use, but that's just too much pink. And I like the idea of I don't want to say a loud, but you know, a flamboyant or a you know, an expressive. That's a good word. Shirt, you know, and a bold shirt, but with a toned down conservative tie. It's like the shirt is making the statement. It's adding all the color. Even though you get a pop of red here, a little sinister. And it's French cuffs. But I only have gold cufflinks, and I'm wearing a silver watch and a silver silver tie clip. It's an odd flex to say that I only have gold cufflinks. But yes, I need silver cufflinks. And also I'm wearing my this is a Seiko SKX. It's a diver watch. It's their version of the Submariner, and you know, it's my daily driver. I got it on a silver band. It's my favorite watch in terms of that's the watch I wear the most. But it seems a little
This tunnel. You use it to smuggle things?
casual, a little informal to wear with a suit, but they dress up just fine.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
And also,
No.
I don't
that's
know
a
if you can
first.
see, but it has a red bezel.
What's the deal with
red
you and
and blue
Marlene
bezel.
anyways?
And
I don't know.
I just
She's
thought that
my
would
friend,
add
I guess.
to the pink and the red
You're friends,
pocket
huh?
square.
You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies.
What are you, like 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking.
We're
after
getting a
me. And I'm
PS5
14.
at the
Not
end
that
of the
has
month.
anything to do with anything.
And then we're going to rebuy
Where are
this
your
game
parents?
with the PS5
Where are anybody's
update
parents?
because
Been
it's
gone
got
a long
completely new
time.
graphics. It's been reskinned.
Well, instead of just staying
Wish
in
they would
school,
do that with
you
a
decide
certain
to run
game
up
with
and
the
join
initials
Fireflies,
RDR2.
Look,
New
I'm not supposed
graphics,
to tell you why you're smuggling me, if that's what you're getting at.
I don't
New,
know the best thing
the
about my
environment
job. I don't
is
gotta know why.
has been
To be
like
honest with you, I give
painted
two
over,
shits what you're up to.
Well, great.
Good.
and new combat mechanics. So, all of this playthrough we're watching here, while very enjoyable for me personally, and for Sadie, who's hanging on to every word because Potent
it?
Canine Bait is right there. We're going to start all over again when we've got the PS5 version, which won't be next week, probably the week after that.
What are
I'm
you
really
doing?
looking forward to that.
Killing time.
Also looking forward to how the game
Well,
Red
what
Dead
am I
Redemption
supposed
2
to
will
do?
look on a PS5.
I'm sure you.
I know
will
you can
figure
watch
that out.
Serena's playthrough, but you can watch me too.
Your watch is broken.
Joel is still wearing the watch that that Sarah gave him at the start of this game 20 years ago. It's broken now.
You mumble
Ellie's
in
going
your
to
sleep.
point out that his watch is broken. Joel's not going to
Hate bad
explain why.
dreams.
But I like this
me
scene
too.
because in the beginning of the game, before it all went down, Joel jokes with Sarah about the
You know,
watch not working, the
I've never
watch
been this
being
close.
broken,
It's the outside.
and now it is broken.
Look how
And the
dark
watch
it is.
breaks during that first scene. I mean, during I think during
Can't
the
be
car
any worse
crash.
out there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want?
So
with
they're
you?
not friends yet. They haven't
Hey.
really adopted each
Sorry
other
it
yet.
took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it.
But that's
I saw
happening.
the
Here's
merchandise.
Tess.
It's a lot.
Everybody likes Tess.
Wanna do this?
Spoiler alert,
Let's go.
don't get attached to Tess. Like that fireplace mantle. I think they're in Boston. I should know. I should look it up. Okay, let's
It's a
talk
bit
to
strange
Tess.
they're having us do their smuggling.
Marlene
Let's
wanted
talk to
do
Tess
this.
and get this
We
moving
weren't
on.
their first choice.
Let's move
Or
on.
second
If
for
you
that
skip the
matter.
cutscenes, this game
She's
goes
lost
so
a lot of
fast
men,
you can
beggars
finish
can't
in
be
2
choosers.
days.
I just
If you know
hope
what
they're
you're
soon
doing, and,
alive to pay us.
We know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing now, regrettably. This is a first play. This is my literal raw first playthrough, where we still have Arthur reflexes. Took so many tries to figure this out. I don't know if I'm going to show you all the tries. Probably. Try to show you everything. Yeah, see? This goes on forever. I should have sped it up. Anyways, it's Saturday. It's the weekend. It's your weekend. It's my work week. You get the weekend off. I get the weekend on. It seems like a fair trade.
Damn thing.
Jeremy Crockett, greetings, friend.
Shit.
That is a whole lot of emoticons.
Shit.
Are you trying to say that YouTube is buffering? I'm sorry to hear that.
Damn thing. God damn thing.
Try reloading. Because we're doing okay on this side. Knock on wood.
Shit.
Yeah, you have to keep it in that little range below. But, you know, it took a long time to figure that out.
Damn thing.
Sadie's bored with this part.
Shit. Shit.
Interesting. It's
Shit.
just like starting a lawnmower. I think they're push button starts now.
Damn
Got electronic starts. I haven't mowed grass in a long time. That is a very summertime smell. Very evocative of summertime for me, is the smell of fresh cut grass. Come on, Joel, you can do it. One more try. Tess and Ellie are waiting patiently. Cloudy says, howdy. Greetings, Cloudy. Joel's trying to figure this out. First playthrough. Literally didn't know what we were doing. I wish I could say I was embarrassed. I am not. Cloudy says, LOL. We're making Cloudy laugh. Okay, well, at least something positive is happening. He will figure it out. I promise you, it's going to happen. We will advance the story. And we will never have this problem again. So I guess it's worth it. But, you know, I like to show you everything. So you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is certainly a little bit ugly.
God damn thing.
There, see? Joel figures it out.
Damn thing. Shit.
It's all about timing when it's green.
Shit.
It'll happen. We'll never have this problem again. And like I said earlier, when we get the PS5, we're just going to start over again with a completely new first playthrough. But in that playthrough, I'm going to look like a genius because I've
She said
played
there's some
this game
fireflies
since
that traveled all the way from another
footage.
city.
I played this game at
You're
least
almost being
6
important.
times.
What is the deal with
And,
you? You some big
I
wig's
don't
daughter
know
or
where
something?
all the
Something
all
like
the
that.
caches of supplies are, but you know, I've
How
got a
long has
good
this all
idea of
gonna
where to
take?
look.
If everything goes
I
as
got a
planned,
handle
we should
on
get
the
you there in a
mechanics,
few
the
hours.
combat mechanics.
Once we get
I
out
understand
I
that
need you to
this is
follow our
a
lead and stay
stealth
close.
game
Yeah.
rather than a charge in like a bull in a china shop
Climb up and check if the coast is
full of special medicine like I love to do with Arthur. Supplies are limited, ammo is limited.
Now hold up.
Sadie is
Patrol up ahead.
tired. You can totally sneak
All
by
right.
these patrols.
We're good. Come on up.
Spoiler alert. We did not.
Come on, kid.
But again, you know, I
Watch
still
your
have the
step.
Arthur reflexes here. There is, you know, it's not.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
It's a stealth and a maze game first.
I'm actually
Fighting and
outside.
shooting comes second. And it took me a while to realize that. Because fighting's always the most fun for me personally, and I assume for you guys as well. The shooting parts. But here it's all about sneaking. And you're forced to go through this. You're funneled up here. And directly into a cutscene and an attack. It reminds me of the train job where Arthur is forced to stand up and get hit in the head with a shovel. Hit in the face with a shovel.
Don't do anything.
Exactly the same thing.
Move.
Cloudy says in the
Turn around,
remake
on
the
your knees.
stalkers are more like part 2, so it's more spooky. Okay,
You scan
Cloudy.
'em, I'll call
I'm
it
looking
in.
forward to that. We'll get the PS5.
Put
Well,
your
we'll
hands on
buy
your
the
head.
PS5 next week. Who knows when it'll show up?
This is Ramirez of Sector
probably
12,
take
requesting pickup for 3
3 to
stragglers.
5 days. 3 to 5 working days.
Look the
That's
other way.
one thing about Amazon
us
is
worth your while.
we would get it overnight.
Tired of shit.
But I'm kind of locked
What
in
DTA?
Couple minutes.
with the PS5 or the PlayStation buyback program because they offer you a $50 rebate if you buy your PS5 from them.
I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
That's literally 10%.
Holy shit. Look.
But their free shipping is not like Amazon free shipping, regrettably. No, it's like
Marlene set us
Amazon
up.
would get it in a day. I could be up and going by the
Why the
weekend.
hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Was this lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Yeah, so I was running the
Look at
numbers and
this.
seeing if we could
I don't care how you got infected.
It's
this morning
3
in
weeks
bed
old.
No, everyone
Before
turns
I
within 2
cut
days, so
my
you stop
finger.
bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks.
to see if
I
we
swear.
could just eat that $50
Why would she set
rebate.
you up?
And we might do it anyways because I'm eager to get going. I don't want to
Ain't
be,
buying it.
you know, I've paused on almost everything, you know, on all content. because I'm just waiting
Yes.
for it.
Run.
Everything's going to be better on PS5.
Go, move!
Pretty. See, now all we have to do is run. Spoiler alert, we will not run. We will fight, and we will die. Many, many times, regrettably.
When I give you
All
the
we need to
signal,
do is
you
run and avoid the searchlights.
Run. Got it.
Now, run.
Go, go!
Not exactly painfully a lot, because I know what I'm doing now, but I can see all the mistakes I made.
This way. Here, through here.
Don't stop!
Run, Joel.
Oh, hurry! What are we gonna do?
And I like how the game will, you know, it's like if you don't know what you're doing, like now, you can just follow Tess.
God damn.
Tess knows what
They're
she's doing.
everywhere.
And so does Ellie, for that matter.
Soldiers, right there.
I see him, I see him.
They must have gotten through. Check the trenches.
Just stay back.
I don't see anything down there. Are we sure they came this way? Told otherwise?
Stay down, don't let him see you.
Follow Joel.
Nothing over here. Yeah, you can totally outrun these guys. And I think we only have like 4 rounds. We have nothing in our shooty bang. And again, with Red Dead reflexes, I thought we could loot these guards, at least to get more ammo or maybe pick up a weapon. Spoiler alert, you cannot. But, you know, I am, full disclosure, I am really enjoying this game. It's my new favorite game. But it's more like, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an immersive world that you can lose yourself in, and this is just like a carnival ride. This is a, you know, this is a roller coaster or a haunted house ride. Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion. You see the same events over and over again, but then and the fun comes from negotiating these events with more elegance and efficiency. See, Joel wants to climb up there and punch somebody, and the game does not want you to do that. He's glitched. Probably kneecap him, but you know, they've got AKs. Well, they don't have AKs, but they have ARs. Run. You know, it's like it's got body armor. Joel figured it out. We'll figure it out eventually. The game gives you multiple avenues of... See, how did Tess get there? The game gives you multiple avenues of
I hear him up ahead.
access. It's not just one way through. Cover and conceal, Joel, please. And you can't just charge in. Arthur can charge in. Mama One is here. Everyone say hi to Mama One. Greetings, Mama One. I missed you and Papa One last night. Papa One says, hey gang. But, you know, spoiler alert. You didn't miss much.
I hear him up ahead.
All of these live streams kind of blend in together. Here, I brought back Sadie for you. Mama. We're just trying to negotiate Joel through the maze. He still wants to fight those guys, and we can totally get by without confronting him. Or if you do want to confront him, you need to get close. You need to stealth up and take him from behind. Peter Walsdorf is here, and Peter says, hey, Mama One and Papa One. Peter, I saw you in the chat as we were checking out last night. Appreciated you checking in. Thank you, Peter. I hope you watched the replay. We have 3 rounds and a brick. A headshot knocks off his helmet. He's just shooting wildly. There. I love bricks. Now I love bricks. You can only carry one at a time. Bricks are good because you can stun and construction. They work on also. They also work on being infected. Or you can use them as a melee weapon, but they're one use item. Mom once says, "Hey Peter." So now we have nothing. Thanks, Joel. Pop one says, "Hey Peter, hope you are well." And Peter asks, "How's it going, Mama One?" Yeah, Mama One, what's for dinner? I had pizza today. Quite delicious. And Mama One says, "I'm doing great, thanks for asking." Now we're trying to get close so we can fight that guy, and that's not going very well. And I'm not sure we can just get around it. The game wants us to sneak. Mama One, you never have to apologize. Mom One says, "Sorry about last night. Our notification said you were going live at 10. We didn't get the notification that you were live at 9. I'm very sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's like, it was supposed to be 10, and then I changed it back to the new time. But it defaulted to the old time because I wasn't paying attention. I figured it was something like that. It was a timing issue, and I apologize, Mom One. That's completely my fault.
I hear him up ahead.
And Mama One says, "I'm okay, Peter, and Peter is just hanging with my girlfriend tonight." That sounds like fun, Peter. Enjoy the evening and very best wishes to your lady friend. When resources are limited, the game wants you to sneak. Stealth. And it's interesting, the mechanics of this game, you know, because they're NPCs, you know, if you crouch, they can't acquire you. They can't, you know, there's no target acquisition if you crouch behind something. And even if they get you, you know, like if you stood up here, if you immediately crouch, they will lose you. See, now you're figuring it out, Joel. Jump. JD14, greetings friend, says the legend of Red Dead Redemption 2 is now playing the Last of Us game. Bro, this is a masterpiece. I hope you absolutely love it. I'm such a big fan of you. Oh, I really appreciate you saying that, JD14. Thank you so much, friend. Made my night. I love this game. It's my current obsession. I love this game so much, I'm buying a PS5 so we can play the AI. We can play the update. The Last of Us 1 with The Last of Us 2 graphics and combat mechanics, and I wish they would do a skin like that for a certain game with the initials RDR2. But yeah, I mean, I love Arthur. I love Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll still continue to do free roam Fridays, and I'm really eager to see how the game looks on a PS5. But right now, I'm all about playing this game until I get tired of it. And that might take 6 years. Mom One says, I did watch it this morning while giving the farm dogs their checkup. Thank you, Mom One.
Come on, Ellie.
I hope your farm dogs are okay. And Mom One says, Super Antonio is definitely a legend. Legend in my own mind. There is a movie called Legend. It stars Tom Hardy. He plays twin gangsters from the 60s who are actually real-life gangsters. They're called the Krays. I highly recommend it. It's a wonderful performance if you like British gangsters wearing suits and Tom Hardy in a dual role.
See if you can distract him.
Claudia says, Super Antonio, The Witcher 3 has a PS5 version as well. Just saying, oh, interesting. Claudia, I did not know that. How much is it? You might have to do a Witcher playthrough as well. I love The Witcher. The Witcher is, I'm looking it up right now. The Witcher PS5. How much is it? Witcher Wild Hunt? $50, 47 ish. Yeah, I would say The Witcher is probably my number 2 favorite game. Customers say The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt completed edition will be an amazing game with beautiful graphics. However, they report issues with the disc being loose. Oh, interesting. It also has New Game Plus. I didn't know that for Arthur or for Geralt. So you can roll over all your upgrades from the last game. Wow. Super convenient. ZDS started resting right here. JD14 says, I've finished Red Dead 2 Redemption 2 11 times. Well done.
I'm going over this way.
JD.
We'll check over that way.
See, you can just like, fuck these guys with bricks, and it's very satisfying. But that's all you get from that brick. But, you know, as far as a melee weapon goes, I like bricks. They're free. They're ubiquitous. Papa One says those guards have the same skill as the South Vietnamese army. Sadly, I'm not joking, LOL. Yeah, but Papa One, those guards have body armor. You know, talk about bullet sponge. It takes like, and even head rounds, because they got helmets. First headshot will just knock over the helmet. So technically it takes 2 headshots to take these guys out. And it takes a bunch of rounds to center a mass to get him out with a non-upgraded gun.
Yeah, this looks right. Stay close.
At least we're out of the way.
See, I've got the game completely... I kind of have this game completely figured out right now. But I didn't while I was doing this playthrough.
Shit. I got more soldiers.
Target's still on the loose, sir. Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
Somebody's tired.
Shadows.
Mama One says yes. Mama One, is the girl Ellie? Yes, that girl is Ellie. Joel and Ellie will adopt each other. That's part of like what makes this game so emotional and so tender, and why everyone hates Part 2 and the HBO remake is because
Yes, up through here through this pipe.
you know, this game is just
think
as
we can make it through here.
sentimental and as emotionally
Stay very close, Sally.
emotionally intense as Arthur is. Except in Red Dead Redemption 2, you fall in love with Arthur, and in this game, you kind of fall in love with the relationship between Joel and Ellie.
Heard the man. Load on up. Let's go.
How they adopt each other, and how he gets a second chance at being a father. And I think it's interesting, you know, because video gamers, despite what people want, say and want, and wish for, video game players are almost overwhelmingly male. They're like 80-90% male.
There you go.
And it gives all these guys a chance to
What was the plan?
access that
Let's say that we
paternal,
deliver you to the Fireflies.
that
What then?
paternal instinct that is
Marlene, she
basic
said that
and innate
they have their own little
within the male
quarantine zone.
DNA.
With doctors, they're still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
on some
And the-
level, on a video game level. I know, I feel
Whatever
very
happened to me is
paternal
the
towards
key to finding a
Ellie.
vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what she
Even
said.
now, even before,
Oh, I'm sure she did.
when Joel is still
Fuck
like
you, man. I didn't ask for this.
not wanting to
neither.
get close,
Tess,
keeping her at a distance.
the hell are we
because
doing
of,
here?
What if it's true?
Because he doesn't like being reminded of Sarah.
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's
This is
just
how she
finish it.
sleeps.
Do I need to remind you?
Is
what's
on
out
my
there?
arm. Papa once says, "What is Joel's background? Is he a soldier or a cop?" He was a contractor, not a military contractor. He was in construction, but he knew his way around a shooty bang. He's from Texas, Papa one.
This way.
So I think he
cut
was
through
raised
downtown, we
with
can hit the Capitol building
shooty
by
bangs. He
sunrise.
knew how to hunt.
We
And
hope.
that's basically the background. His background is this game is 20 years after the events, so he has survived in this world for 20 years, and he's become, a hardened, skilled survivor. Which is an interesting, from a plot perspective, that's an interesting way
It's only falling.
to
I guess this is what these buildings look like up close.
inform the audience and the player of a character's background. 20 years later, it's like, hey, you survived in this world for 20 years. You were,
What the hell was that?
Yes, you
you've
hear
learned
that?
how it works.
Yeah.
And even though we
Not pretty
need
far
to
away,
learn
though.
how it works as new players, he's got all the skills you need
For now. Come on.
innately if you can figure out the controls. Square does not mean punch in this game.
Damn, that's quite a drop.
Papa once says if he was raised in Texas,
there's the
he
Capitol
knows
building.
shooty bangs. Trust me, most
to get
babies
around
are
this
given
mess.
a gun, a shooty bang before a pacifier. At least
is
in
the
my neck
downtown
of the
area?
woods in
It was.
Texas. Yeah,
Now
I
it's
think that
giant
was
wasteland.
part of the implication. They start they start there. At his home, he has a shooty bang. And
Over here.
yeah, and he defends. It's like he defends himself quite reasonably before Sarah gets hurt, and he has to carry her, and then he hands the shooty bang over to his brother Tommy.
Hey, Tess.
Coming.
Yeah, we have. I assume it's a Glock and a flashlight, a couple homemade knives that they call shivs, one med kit, but there's a bunch of supplies in here. I don't think Joel will find them all, but I know where they all are now. This is one of my favorite
Ripped
parts
apart.
now of the game, and it's actually,
Body's pretty fresh.
I would say it's the first
It
challenge.
might be. Let's not stick
It's-
around.
The first encounter with the infected. Grab all this. It'll come in handy.
Another one. Shit.
Papa one says, my youngest brother had nightmares really bad when he was around 4 or 5. Always woke the whole house claiming someone was in
guys
his
died
room.
waiting for
Dad always
backup.
checked and nobody or nothing was there.
God damn it. Clicker.
Jeez.
Might have been seeing
Wrong with his face?
might have been having a
Years of
paranormal
infection will do
event.
to you.
So what, are they blind?
Sort of. They see using sound. Like that. If you hear one clicking, you gotta hide. That's how they stop.
She gets tired. She likes to rest on my arm. Papa once says, one night
feels
my
like it's
dad
about to
had
fall
enough
apart.
of my brother being afraid, and the next morning started teaching him to shoot and gave him his first .22 rifle. My brother quit having nightmares. That's nice. It's just
Watch
maybe
your
he
head.
just needed to learn how to defend himself and just to feel comfortable, feel safe and secure knowing he had that knowledge.
Totally cool. Everything is totally cool.
that was all you needed, a psychological edge. That's why I recommend everyone, males and females, taking some sort of martial arts training just to gain some physical confidence.
Give me a hand with this.
You don't have to deal with this. Tess is going to take care of you. Even that is like true to the game. One shot to the dome will do nothing with those guys.
You all
And
right?
so you need at least 2 headshots, and you need to be that close with a handgun.
Shit. Oh, that was intense.
There's nothing we can craft right now. But those shivs come in handy with the clickers. We should make a shiv. You always need another shiv. Come on, Joel, you can do it. Thank you. And spoiler alert, this is our introduction to the clickers. Papa One says, Mom One tells me I had a habit of getting into fights before I left for the Marines. I know it must be
Here.
the
patch
cause.
yourself up.
The whole reason I
Shit.
joined the Marines at 17 was I got thrown out of school for fighting. Well, the Marines said, you want to fight? We'll give you a fight.
There you go.
Wasting a shiv. These are called shiv doors. You have to force them open. You only get shivs are one-time usage, but there's usually enough resources in this behind a shiv door to make another shiv. Plus, you get lots of free stuff that we can. Oh, Papa One was thrown out of school for pulling a knife from the principal. I was a good student, but I wanted to join the Marines anyway, so that just made it available for me. Well, you were a bit of a wild child. Speaking of wild child, I was thinking about Sadie when I got her, and she was a serious wild child. She was very undisciplined. She was very bitey. I can
Let's get the hell out of
see
here.
why my aunt was eager to give her up, but she needed to be exercised. She needed
See if
discipline.
there's a way through.
And I think I know I did a great job of training her, but it's like and I'm very proud of that.
It's clear. Come on, Ellie.
However,
Alright,
or
kid,
no,
you're up.
what did I want to say? It's like one of the first things I
Come on.
did was like introduce her to music. Music soothes the savage beast, and it's true. It's completely true with her. I could play classical music for her and calm her down almost immediately.
Come on, Biggs, go.
And that was fun to see. But today, no, actually last night,
Clickers?
Shit. Go.
I was down the I was down the To Catch a Predator rabbit hole, Mama One. It's called Takedown with Chris Hansen. And so I was watching too many of those, and they were putting me in, just in a weird headspace right before bed. And so we watched a classical music video. This super cute Asian cello player in New York, Papa One. But she was playing a $5,000 cello and a $180,000 cello and a $1 million cello, and she was playing the same. I think it was Vivaldi or Bach, but she was playing the same melody over these 3 cellos just so you could see the difference. And this one fell asleep almost immediately with the $5,000 cello, and it was interesting. The it's like I could hear the most difference between 5,000 and 180,000. That was geometric. That was like 10 times better. But the $1 million cello
that's
was
it.
just, it was way more
you
subtle.
okay?
It was very smooth,
Wasn't shitting my
very
pants?
sonorous. The tone was,
Let's go.
yeah, it was interesting. Serena's here. Everybody say hi to Serena. Serena says, hi, Antonio. Sorry I'm late. I'm always
Give me a
watching and listening to full support of you. Hi, everyone. But then being... okay, look, Sadie perked up when she heard your name, Serena. She says hi.
Here you go,
And
ladies.
Papa One says, things were different in my days. I had teachers that would actually go outside and fight with me. Then we would walk back in like it was nothing. The principal thought
stairwell's
I had a
blocked.
habit of talking big,
Should we go back
but
up?
then being a tattletale. And Mama One
this
says,
is
hey,
crazy.
Serena. Papa One says, hey, Serena, hope you are well,
don't look
dear.
down.
And Serena says, I was
You
also
serious?
editing videos too. Well done, Serena. I'm getting a PS5 at the end of the month. Just so we can play this game on a PS5. It'll be so much better. Are you enjoying The Last of Us? Serena, it's a game that you would play. I know it's a little scary,
Come
but
on,
it's
Ellie.
not too
Yeah.
scary. And I think you'd like it. I know you'd like it.
We're okay. We got away from
Serena says, hi, Sadie, beautiful girl. Sadie says hi to Serena and like and subscribe to everyone else. I love water. 6 rounds. Spoiler alert, we're gonna need it. And a new shooty bang. Serena says, that's awesome, Antonio. I love my PS5. But, Joel's going to choose the Glock because it has 8 rounds, which is a bad mistake. It's like if the game introduces a new weapon, it wants you to use that weapon. It wants you to field test it immediately. And I don't know about this in real life, Papa One, but in this game, revolvers have more stopping power
Stay with the girl.
than and I know it has to do with, like, the type of ammo, etc., but they don't really make a difference with the ammos here. I mean, everything is a standard round. You don't get express or high velocity. And we will need this thing. Nice little melee weapon. Should have just snuck up on him. And here we go. You have to do this a couple times. But this is one of my favorite encounters now. Now, it's not. And yet, if you just stand still, they will come to you and then they will slowly come up. The body armor counts on these guys. So you have to pay attention to that, and we'll try that again. So you can't really, what I'm trying to say is you can't really melee soldiers. It takes a little longer. It's better to sneak up and knife and or strangle. Papa One says, Serena says, yes, I do like this game. I don't mind watching it. Scared to play. It's not scary at all. A little tense. It's a lot of fun. And you really should just run away if you get overwhelmed. There is no shame or dishonor in running away in this game. Papa One says mostly revolver has more stopping power due to certain calibers like 38 and 357 and 44, but it depends wildly. Magnum is a pistol and is a big game cartridge. Yeah, these games, it seems revolvers are higher calibers here. Serena says, I'm loving Mafia 3. Mafia 3 loves you. It's hard sometimes when you get out, when go back to the beginning, not checkpoint, and was wondering if there was a way to go to the checkpoint instead of starting again. Mom one says, now, does this follow the rules of The Walking Dead? If you get bit, you turn when you die. Yes, but technically, if you get bit, you get infected. These aren't dead. These people are still alive. Even the clickers and the bloaters, they're just like super infected. And Serena says, love the Walking Dead show, scared to play. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, which is ironic, because you love zombie movies. Papa One says, Mafia 3 has been great, Serena. I have been enjoying it so much at night. The horses like it too, as I had it playing on speaker while in the barn. Just wasted a brick. Trying to sneak up on him and he snuck up on us. Joel's finally figuring out to no avail. Serena says, LOL, Papa One. Thank you. I love it. It's hard. It takes me a while. Sometimes I nearly threw my controller, LOL. Do not throw your controller, Serena. Those PS5 controllers are expensive. Mom wants to, so technically they are infected, like Left 4 Dead. Do they have special abilities? Yeah, those clickers are basically one-shot kills, and then you will need like the bloaters, which are final bosses, and those guys will just literally rip your jaw from your head in a horrible animation that we saw many, many times. But these guys, the first level, this guy, he's called a runner, and they're just relentless and scary, and they can swarm you. Mama Serena says, I know, Antonio, I nearly threw it. I won't. It's expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive. Pick up some ammo. Thank you. And a free med kit. Very handy. This whole building is at an angle, which adds a little juxtaposition because nothing's left there, and that just adds to your anxiety first playthrough.
Tess, go.
All right, hold on.
Papa One says, I love how they hear Joel getting his ass kicked, but just stay upstairs. Well, Tess needs to guard Ellie. You know, the primary mission is to take care of the package. Sadie's had enough of you, Serena, and she has gone back to her crate.
See? Doing all right?
Alcohol and bindings, we use those to make med kits. Mom One says, in later seasons of The Walking Dead, they run and climb, Serena. And Mom One says, in season 1, they ran too.
Down we go.
And let's get to it. We get through here. Watch your
I
back.
loved season 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead. That whole triangle between Rick and Shane and the wife, I forget her name. It was so... Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I like the first part of the zombie apocalypse. The breakdown of civilization, the panic, and just trying to figure out your initial fortifications. I don't like surviving in that world, and I do like how they skipped over that part in this game. Like
After we
all
get
that
back,
has been figured out,
you can take it
and now
easy
you
for a
just
little
have to
while.
live in it.
You want to take it easy.
Hey, you're the
Mom
one
once
always
says
going
I
on about
quit
letting
watching in like season 10. It
You
just got
always brush
old.
me off.
Serena says Aaron thinks the
won't this
whisper
time.
thinks it's the whisperers, and Serena says I love Rick. I quit when Glenn died the first time. Glenn was one of my favorite characters. Well, when they faked out when he was in the when he was like hiding under the dumpster. I don't know what season that was, 4 or 5, but that's when I checked out. Serena says, I know, since Rick left, it wasn't the same, but I still watched it. I did love the special effects and the makeup, though. That was amazing. The makeup that they did. But, you know, how many times can you see that before you just get tired of it, I guess? But it's still going in some form, isn't it? Doing Tales of the Walking Dead. They were in New York for a little bit. Mom once says, I hate when they get rid of certain actors, like in The Walking Dead, like in 2.5 Men, or in Roseanne, how they took her out. Yeah, they took her out of her own show. I hate that. I felt that the cast of Roseanne were very they were very disloyal to her, especially Sarah Gilbert. You know, much like the actors in Harry Potter, how they turned on J.K. Rowling for media clout. And in J.K. Rowling's case, for telling the truth. But you know, when you owe your career, your livelihood, you know, the house that you live in, the clothes on the back, the food on your table, you owe it to a certain person, and then you just turn your back on him and side with studio. Loyalty counts. I mean, in my book, but you know, it's like it doesn't count. I guess it doesn't count in the corporate world, and it doesn't count in Hollywood. Like, I'm loyal to you guys. I'm loyal to this channel, and I'm loyal to games, much to my detriment. Pop One says, I never liked Sarah Gilbert in the original, much less now. She is too pro-commie, yeah. She's a pinko, Papa One, in every sense of the word. I liked her at in the original. You know, it's like she was kind of, she was kind of punk rock. She had an attitude. You know, it's like there was, I forget who the name of it, but there was like a good sister and a bad sister, and she was the bad sister. But you know, it's like, and she really seemed like a young Roseanne. You know, it's like you could see why, you know, like the writers got her character perfectly. She was exactly like what I imagine a teen Roseanne had been like. Yeah, they had some good comedy shows in the 90s. Roseanne and Seinfeld and Frasier. Frasier even now is one of my favorite shows. I'll watch it. It's on Amazon for free. You know, and they've got like an infinite amount of episodes, and it's just fun to have on the background because it's so he has such a beautiful voice, and it's so it's an audio experience. You don't really need to watch. You can just listen to it like it's a radio show. Which is ironic because he is doing a radio show. And that's my favorite way to consume content, is to just have something on in the background and just, check in every now and then, watch it a little bit, and then work on whatever else I'm working on. Serena says, we love Fraser here. I like Miles. He makes me laugh. Yeah, Miles is funny. Niles, yes. Niles Crane. Yeah, Fraser, he has a beautiful apartment, or it's probably a condo, knowing him. But he has the Eames lounge chair. It's the reason why I got one is because he had one. He has an original. I have a knockoff. You can see it in some of my videos or some of my house videos, the holiday videos. Joel's trying to figure out his way out of the maze. We're going a little longer tonight because we went a little to make up for last night's stream, which was a little shorter. And then Mama 1, we are redoing LA Noire tomorrow, the final case, because as you recall, it unfortunately crashed. So we're going to try to do that again. Knock on wood. LA Noire Part 20, I believe. Mama One says, we loved Home Improvement with Tim Allen. Our niece was absolutely in love with Jonathan Taylor Thomas. She was in his fan club, always getting posters of him. Even got Papa One's dad to take her to meet him for an autograph. That's very charming. And that's about all we have for tonight, friends. Joel will figure out how to get out of this abandoned post-apocalyptic building at some point next week. Then we're going to get the PS5 and we're going to start the playthrough over again because I want to see how this darn game looks on the PS5. Mom once says she swore she was going to marry Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Well, you know, young love. There's no love like young love, and there's no fool like an old fool. Ha, 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 ha. Shout out to the mods, Mama One and Papa One and Serena Starhearts. Really appreciate you being here. Let's bring Sadie back. You know, I was thinking, you know, it's like I can tell her to come, and that's like 85% she will come. Then I can go, Sadie, come right now. If she doesn't come, and I think it's just the tone that'll make her, you know, that'll bump her up to 90%. But 100%, I don't have to say anything. I just grab this thing. She works on a reward-based system. Serena, yes. Antonio, are you going to play Red Dead 2 other games again when you get the PS5? Yeah, we're basically going to play the same games, just with updated PS5 graphics. At any rate, I appreciate you being here, friends. We'll do one more LA Noire stream tomorrow night. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your views. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, friend. See you soon.
Down here. Don't keep up.
Attention. For aiding one criminals is punishable by death. Do not place yourself at risk. Report
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
This tunnel, you use it to smuggle things?
Yep.
Like illegal things?
Sometimes.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first. So what's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
Your friend, huh? You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies. What are you, like, 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
Where are anyone's parents? They've been gone a long, long time.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run off and join the Fireflies, is that it?
Look, I'm not supposed to tell you why you're smuggling me, if that's what you're getting at.
You wanna know the best thing about my job? I don't gotta know why. To be honest with you, I give two shits what you're up to.
Well, great.
Good. Is it?
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
Your watch is broken. You mumble in your sleep. I hate bad dreams.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside. I mean, look how dark it is. Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey. Sorry it took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it. I saw the merchandise. It's a lot. Wanna do this?
Yeah.
Let's
Go.
Think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling?
Marlene wanted to do it herself. We weren't their first choice. Or the second, for that matter. She's lost a lot of men. Beggars can't be choosers.
Let's just hope there's someone alive to pay us.
Someone will be around.